What's up, everybody? It is Puggles back again in the casting booth. I'm joined by Charles today. Charles, how are you doing?
Doing amazing, Puggles. Just excited for some Titan League gameplay. Experienced some last night. It was kind of mind boggling. Hopefully, this one is more tame as we have some pretty good teams going head to head.
Absolutely. Good teams. You couldn't say it any better than that. So today we got Venganza and Grandmasters going up at it. These two are divisional rivals here, Charles. I know you did a little bit of research, so I want you to tell me what you know about these two teams.
Well, first off, we got to start with the rosters. Venganza has Lay, Bubbs, Fishy, and Skittles to round out that roster. Grandmasters has Goff, Bubbly, Bagels, and Chubik on their side. And these two teams, both having a 12-6 record, I mean, they're pretty equal, but one thing is not equal, and that is the two games that they played in the regular season both went to Venganza in a game number 5. So, it could be anybody's game, but it's looking a little more likely Venganza is going to take this one at an early glance.
Yeah, but you did say both of those games going to 5, going the distance in the regular season. But now it's playoffs. These series are gonna go to 7, and I mean, we just gotta look at these predictions here. So from our beautiful people over at Power Rankings, we have a 51.5% going Venganza, and then 48.5 going for Grandmasters. And then for you people at home in the hashtag survey, we got 25 people going for Venganza and 30 people going for Grandmasters. And then in the chat here, with your channel points, you got, oh, just went away. You got 61,000 for Venganza and 41 for Grandmasters. So out of the three, we got Venganza winning 2. But for the individual people, we do have Grandmasters winning that. So definitely very split here across the board. So, I mean, Charles, what do you think either of these teams need to do to really capture and like win out some of these games here?
First off, stream nerves are very important. As obviously being on stream, you get very nervous. I think a team needs to come out confident, and I think they need to come out ready to play, ready to be aggressive. And that is exactly why I'm picking Grandmasters in 7, baby. Grandmasters in 7. Put your Nemesis channel points down for Grandmasters if you want to get a huge payout. Trust me.
All right. Well, if you're gonna go for Grandmasters, I just gotta counter. You gotta go with your boy Fishy. All right, Fishy. He's literally the best player on the field. I don't care what anyone else says. He's just the best. And if you say that I'm wrong, you're just gonna have to watch these games because he's gonna take over. He does probably the best third man in all of Nemesis right now. So I would have to go with Venganza. They have the previous match or the previous matches going with them, and now we just kind of wait here. But it's Charles. I have to agree. Some of the coming out hot here is going to be very important. So you think Grandmasters are going to come out hot? How do you think they need to do that here?
Honestly, I think they just need to let Bagels do his thing. I'm a huge fan of Bagels. Casted with him last night, and he seemed like he was a little nervous for this game. I mean, going up against a team like Venganza, who, yeah, you got to be a little bit nervous, but I think he's going to come out a little bit hot here, and I think him along with this team, they're going to get off to a little bit of a hot start, and I'm just curious to see if they can continue it. If they get off to the hot start, this is all hypothetical, of course. But yeah, just really looking forward to some more Titan League gameplay.
Yeah, as it looks like we are we are waiting on one person to come back to the lobby. I'm not gonna drop names, but let's just say their name starts with a B and ends in an R. But it looks like we got all of them up in here now as we get ready for the first or for the first kickoff. This is really gonna set the pressure, and it is gonna go the way of Grandmasters as they get the first possession here. Bagels going over one, but cannot beat Fishy on the backboard. Fishy gets past another, but Bubbly able to clean up quickly. It's ledog clearing it into his corner. Bubbs able to follow it up, but not able to get much further than the midfield as Goff He has an early chance on net, but saved away by Fishy. Goff, another ceiling pinch out to Bagels. Bagels gonna pick it up, try and keep it close. But Fishy once again on top of all these balls here in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah, Grandmasters are looking very aggressive here, and that's exactly what you need against a team like Venganza. Bubbs, oh my goodness, almost a great play by Bubbs. But yeah, Venganza are looking to strike back here, and I think the Grandmasters just need to keep out that pressure if you don't want Venganza in your own half.
Yeah, Venganza, they're a deadly team when it comes to striking with ledog and Bubbs. You can't forget about Fishy. He's a very proficient finisher. It's Bubbly. He's gonna put this a little wide, but ledog is in a difficult spot to make a play off of it. Goff able to wait it out. Fishy and Bubbs double commit, but it's not gonna be too serious as of right now. As Bubbly, he sends it back to Goff, who gets a bit of a clear out. And he's going to be able to follow it up. ledog able to put it off into the corner. Bagels is going to be the first one there, trying to work this corner. But Bubbs able to shut it down early. So he passes out to Fishy. A huge clear was on target. Goff needing to get the touch away. But he's going to get by 2. Bubbs there, able to rush back. A huge stop. And right now, all of these 50s, they seem to just go into the corners. Great damage control here from both teams, Charles.
Yeah, it's looking really good. And it's just looking back and forth so far. Not a real advantage as ledog almost puts it in the back of the net. But I will say, if I had to pick a team who has the edge here, I think it's Venganza. They're looking like their chances could be dangerous, as we just saw. And I'm looking for them to continue that as we head into the halfway point of this match.
Yes. Venganza, they did chances in ledog. He's going to pull one in off of a bit of a mistouch here from Goff.
An unfortunate touch indeed. We'll say great placement. If you're going to put it on your own net, might as well be flashy. And it is going to be a 1-0 lead for Venganza. I have to say, I was kind of expecting it, as they did look like their chances were deadly, and that's exactly what we just saw.
Yeah, Venganza, they're able to strike first and within the first half of this game, but we look to Grandmasters if they can respond. But as of right now, no response is coming as Goff gets up early, but not able to beat out ledog. So the ball's just floating here on the Grandmasters half. Somebody needs to get to it quickly. Goff sends it up, but Bagels not able to follow it. Bubbs in the corner here. He has 2 Grandmasters to deal with, but the ball's going to go out to ledog, and he's going to get 50'd away. Fishy now gets by 1, throws it into another, and another double commit. A dangerous opportunity. But Bagels was able to get in front of it early. Bubbs throwing it off the corner, but Bubbly able to get a huge clear out. He's up in the air, mid, but nobody from Grandmasters was there. And another ball's just going to trickle in front, but Grandmasters, once again, they seem a little patient here after being scored on early.
Yeah, they are patient. I will say they're looking a little panicky in the defensive zone, and if they're going to want to avoid being in the defensive zone, they have to capitalize off those chances, as we see one here, but Fishy's going to clear that away, and Grandmasters looking a little shaky here to start this game 1.
And a huge demo coming out from Bubbs, able to open up the net, and Fishy has an open net.
Wow, what a shot, and what a demo by Bubbs. Just the Fishy and Bubbs combo gonna come in clutch. If you want to win, just have Fishy and Bubbs on your roster, and they will get it done, as it is now a 2-0 lead for Venganza, and it's looking pretty good.
Yeah, Bubbs and Fishy, they go back a little bit of ways, at least 2 seasons now together.
Oh,
huge 50, it's just gonna go in, and now they're back within 1, Charles.
I mean, that goal probably shouldn't have happened, but I'm sure the Grandmasters are very grateful, as the ball is just going to trickle past the defenders. An unfortunate 50 there, and that's going to put them only down by 1.
A big opportunity to come back here as Goff. He's going to try and find Bagels. Bagels already up. Tried to put it on target. But Bubbly is there. And once again, the shot not going in. So the dog gets a huge clear out. And Fishy's going to be able to follow it in the corner. 0 boost, but it's not going to go his way as Bubbs able to clean it up in the midfield. Not going to be able to follow it. A huge demo trade. as the dog puts it down. Fishy's going to be the first one there. He has an open net. It might go in. Bubbly Reaper needs to get a big save. And he follows it up, gets it away from ledog, but Bubbs able to follow it up once again. Looking for the double tap, not able to find the angle. And 30 seconds remaining here. The game right now in Venganza's favor as Fishy, another shot on net, really stalling out this Grandmasters defense from transitioning out. It's the dog in the corner once again, but Goff, a huge clear. This could be it. It's going on target, but Bubbs able to get back on time. Fishy just needs to keep it close to him. Force a 50. He gets it by one. He gets two. It's an open net. He's just going to throw it off the backboard. And the dog tries to get it in, but Bubbly makes the save. This Bagels pops it up. Nobody there to follow from Grandmasters in the first game. It's going to go to Venganza.
Venganza looked really good. They had 10 shots. The pressure at the end. I think they had 3 shots in what, like 30 seconds? Just insane pressure. And that's exactly what you want to see. I will say Grandmasters got a little bit of a lucky goal there. And if they want to compete, they're going to have to stop Venganza from getting in their half. They got to stop giving Venganza any room because they're giving them way too much room. And Venganza has been putting in work with the space that Grandmasters has given them.
Yeah, Grandmasters, they need to start capitalizing on that space too. You know, they had that one goal that, you know, some could say was a fluke and some could say was just a good 50, but in the end, it's just not repeatable, and we need to see more repeatable goals from Grandmasters where they can consistently get goals off of infield passes, demos, just starving out the Venganza defense. But right now, Venganza, they have all the pressure in the world.
Yeah, Venganza looking like the better team here, and you know, it's an unfortunate sight to see if you are a Grandmasters fan, but do not fret. They are here for a reason, and I'm looking for them to strike pretty early in this game too. I think they're a little upset about that game number 1, and I guess we'll see where this leads as we are now 30 seconds, almost 30 seconds into this game number 1, and there seems to be a lot of pressure coming from Venganza.
Yeah, Venganza already having the offensive pressure, but just as we say that, the ball is going to get cleared into their half as Bubbs, he gets a big double. He gets it by 2. Just has to beat Bagels. Not able to get it by him, but the ball is still loose. And dangerous. A huge shot, but 2 defenders needed to commit to make the save. And Goff, he's bringing it down. Has to beat Bubbs. Bubbs able to 50 him. And Bagels 50s the dog. And more 50s are being traded, but the ball is not really going any dangerous position. But the dog, awkward, Bubbly, they're going to strike first.
A bounce shot works, and it worked right now for Bubbly. What a shot. It puts it top right off the bounce shot, and the pass by Goff, just perfect. Mwah, chef's kiss. That's exactly what you want to see from the Grandmasters to start off this game number 2.
As the Grandmasters, they strike first within the first minute. Already a much different team from the last one, or from the last game. It's the ball up early, but ledog able to make the touch. Goff is here to capitalize once again, but Bubbs using all of his boost and another double commit on the Venganza half. As Bubbs gets another 50, gets it into the corner, and ledog needs to clean it up. 2 Grandmasters up against him. 2 Grandmasters taking the shot, and Fishy able to beat out one of them. ledog trying to get it out, but once again, Grandmasters, they're looking to suffocate this Venganza defense.
Yeah, and they are definitely suffocating Grandmasters a little bit, but I will say that that last series of Grandmaster shots is looking very promising as we have a shot coming in from Bubbs, top corner.
A huge read here from Bubbs, able to pass it out to ledog. ledog throwing it off the backboard, and a huge follow from Bubbs once again. And that's the response that you need here if you're a Venganza fan. They really need to keep these games close, and when the games get close and scrappy, it just really goes to Venganza. I think their play style really helps out with that, as Bagels, he's already up, but Fishy able to save it away. Goes all the way down to the other half. Goff needs to get that touch. ledog sends it down middle, but Bagels able to clear it away as Goff throws it off the backboard. Bubbs there, and Bagels, he's the last one back, retreating, and Fishy's going to be the first one on the scene. Say 50 him, as Fishy gets a huge 50, and And another one right out in front. The dog is there. It goes off the sidewall. And Bubbs already up trying to find the angle. Is a dangerous shot as no Grandmaster was up quick enough. And now the dog throwing it off the sidewall. Bubbs still there. Ledog once again, and Bubbly able to come in clutch. And right now the Grandmaster's defense is holding strong.
Yeah, and they're looking really good. I think they've actually looked really great this entire series. And that's what actually, as we say that, an own goal going to come out, and that's going to be a 2-1 lead for Venganza.
An unfortunate own goal from Bubbly. I don't think he expected it to go just straight down. And if you're Venganza, you're just gonna have to take it, as we're just under halfway through this game. The scoreline the same as the last one. As Goff, he has the opportunity to tie it up, but it's just gonna go wide, and ledog is gonna save it away anyways. As Goff throws it down to Bubbly. Bubbly able to get saved away by Fishy. But Bagels, he's in the corner trying to get it out mid, but Bubbs, a huge clear is going to send Grandmasters retreating. And Charles, right now the Venganza clears, they're looking great. They're making all these Grandmasters players turn.
Yeah, and they're looking really good. Definitely some clears are important if you want to keep a team on their heels, and that's exactly what's happening to Grandmasters right now. They're looking a little bit panicky here, as you know, Fishy's gonna pop it up, try to pop it up above their whole defense, but you know, Grandmaster's looking a little panicky, as I was mentioning earlier. And you know, you can't have this continue, obviously, but I think the key to making them panic is the Venganza clears, as you reiterated. And you know, I have to ask you, Puggles, how do you think this game is going to go, and who do you think the key player is, as we are now a minute left in this game?
Well, the key player has to be, on the Venganza side, has to be Bubbs, because he's getting all this offensive pressure going and getting those huge clears. But from Grandmasters, it has to be Bubbly. He's doing a whole lot of this defensive legwork. And when those clears come out, he's definitely the one that's getting the most reliable clears. As Fishy, he's a little bit awkward here, not able to beat out Goff, but Bubbly able to read Goff's pass off the sidewall. A huge pass from Bagels. It's going to go right back out in front of the net. It's dangerous, but Grandmasters, not wanting to commit all three, decide to stay and wait as the opportunity goes awry. As Fishy, he's going to take it out of his own half. He's going to stick with it, throws it off the corner. He's still going as one of the Grandmasters miss. And all three of them need to rally together in order to get a goal here in the last 10 seconds. As ledog, he's going to keep it close once again. Throws it out mid for Bubbs. Bubbs, a shot on net. Bubbly not needing to make a save. And the ball still up. Bubbly passing it over mid to Goff. Goff throwing it off the backboard, but Bubbs is already there, and he puts it down. And once again, Venganza are going to take it 2-1.
Venganza, yet again, was just the better team. They kept Grandmasters on the back foot, and that's what I think the key is. If you want to beat Grandmasters, they have a really killer offense, and if you keep them on their the defensive half, that's exactly what's going to happen. And 2-0, looking really good in this series, and I expect this trend to continue if the Grandmasters don't make an adjustment here.
Yeah, Grandmasters, an adjustment, I would agree with you, is much needed, but you really got to look to some of these players, Goff and Bagels. I mean, they're putting up some offense with a few shots, but really nothing is coming from it right now. As once again, this goal I don't really think is very repeatable. It kind of relied on a mistake here from Venganza, but Venganza, looking to them, they're doing great. A few goals, or one of their goals in this game, maybe off of a little fluke, but if you're Venganza, you just gotta keep taking it. And Grandmasters, they need more offense. They're just being starved out on their defense right now.
Yeah, and when Grandmasters are on, they're on, especially on the offensive side of the ball. And maybe they need to play more physical. I mean, they've been in the Venganza zone, but they haven't been able to keep that pressure. But the same cannot be said by Venganza. They've been constantly keeping pressure in the Grandmaster zone, and I think that is the key in this game, number 3.
Yeah, I heard you brought up demos, and do you think demos is going to help out this this Grandmasters team?
You know, I would like to think the demos would help. I'm just a huge fan of demos, so I always hope demos are incorporated. But, you know, who knows at this point. Just looking like a very good opportunity, as we saw from Goff, but I'm just looking for Grandmasters to really find that spark here in Game 3.
As Bubbly Reaper, known as the Demo King, and he's gonna start off early with one of those. We're gonna have to see if more come of it as Fishy and ledog both up. Little double commit once again from Venganza. We've seen a few of those in each game, but none of them have yet to be taken advantage of from Grandmasters as Bubbs. He has a pretty good look on net as Bubbly Reaper.
Oh no.
50s Bubbs, and he's just gonna own goal.
Just an unfortunate own goal, but Bubbs takes that to the house. I think he actually meant to do that. Beautiful 50, and you know, an unfortunate goal, but a goal definitely needed for Venganza. And you know, if you're a Venganza fan right now, very happy with their gameplay. And you know, if Venganza keeps playing like this, I think they're gonna take this game number 3.
Yeah, this game 3, if Venganza wins it, they are gonna go up onto series point, in which Grandmasters, they're gonna have to pull something out of the hat for a reverse sweep. But Bubbs,
oh no,
goes in, but the net was opened up by Fishy on a huge demo.
Just the skill. I mean, the 50 is just coming out from Bubbs both times. Just beautiful work, and he's really putting the team on his back, trying to propel them to maybe a series sweep here if this continues.
Yeah, Bubbs, one of those standout players, the highest MMR or the highest rated MMR player on his team. He's really pulling it out with that huge 50. But Bubbly Reaper, not to be outdone, is gonna get another one, and we have another 2-1 scoreline. We got to see if one of these teams breaks it.
I will say, Bubbly Reaper's goal looking really good. I mean, both of Venganza's goals have been off of 50s, but a very skillful 50s rather, and Grandmasters on the back foot yet again. Let's see if they can get some offense here. And I have to ask you, Puggles, how do you think this game 3 is going to turn out? I know the series doesn't, or the game doesn't actually go exactly as you want it to, but what is your prediction for this game number 3?
Well, this in the middle of the game right now, I think Venganza's already gonna take it because they have the lead. But Goff, he's just gonna get a clear try to make me eat my own words, but he's gonna get stopped by this Venganza defense once again. As Fishy, he's in an awkward position. He has Bagels go, try and 50 it in, and another dangerous shot. Fishy, a huge save, but it's not gonna be enough. And Grandmasters, they're finally gonna break their 1-goal curse.
3 of the goals in this game have been scored off of very important 50s. 50s coming in clutch here, and for both teams, and it's a tie game right now. And you know, the winner of this game could have, if Grandmasters win this game, they could have their best foot going forward into that game 4. But if Venganza wins, it's pretty much looking like locks, especially considering that you are going to have a game 7 series, and the stamina that would be required for a reverse sweep is pretty much nearly impossible. And you know, Venganza's just looking for that game 3 win.
As ledog, able to stand tall on defense, and like you said, this is where Grandmasters need to show up on the offense. But Fishy, another save, but again, not gonna be enough as Bubbly Reaper, he's gonna get a hat trick off of 2 desperation saves.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate on the Venganza side of the ball. Double commit going out there, and I think that's actually what led to the goal. But I will say, on either side, the Venganza or the Grandmaster side, one player has stood out from both teams. You have Bubbly Reaper on the Grandmaster side and Bubbs on Venganza. Both have 5 goals combined. Actually, all the goals combined, and they're looking real hot, hoping to propel each of their teams to a win here.
As we're gonna have to see Bubbs step up once again, or maybe one of his 2 teammates get on the scoring board for this game. There's Bubbs. He's going to send a 50 up in the mid, but ledog is going to get 50'd out by Goff, but a huge shot on net. Bubbly Reaper able to save away Fishy's shot. And Bubbly Reaper, he's going to take it out from his own half, but Bubbs able to clean it up. He's going to stick with it. Beats 2. Bagels, last one back, but Fishy, he's bumped by Bubbly. An important bump there is Bagels. He's going to get a demo for himself. And Bubbs, he's retreating into his corner. He's going to stick with it, but Bagels able to get away from him. Fishy, again, starting from his corner, trying to break it out. but Goff meets him in the midfield, passes to Bubbly Reaper. Goff off the back, we're looking for a double, can't connect, but Bubbly can! And another big save from this Venganza defense. This time it's going to stay out. Bagels, or Bubbs, is going to beat out Bagels, and Goff throws it back in. And right now, Charles, this Grandmasters offense looks completely different to the previous games.
Not only their offense, but their defense is looking good too. And that's exactly what you want from Grandmasters' team. That was tied. They had a tied record with Venganza, and I was expecting a close game, and I think that's what actually, or close series, and that's exactly what I thought we were gonna see. And you know, the scoreline just proves it.
As Fishy, he's gonna prove it with a huge capitalize off a little misread there from Bubbly. And now the game's tied up once again. 42 seconds left on the clock. The game can be won in regulation here, as Bagels takes it up the wall, but he's not gonna be able to stick with it as Fishy. He takes another shot on net. Goff able to save it away, give it to his teammate. There's a few passing plays goes on here. Bagels throws it on net. Bubbly Reaper is gonna get shut down. As Goff, the last man back, needs to get a good touch, and ledog able to read it off the sidewall, not able to get the double. But Fishy, another shot on target. Goff stretching to make that save, and Bubbly, a huge clear all the way down, but it goes straight to Bubbs on the Venganza half. 10 seconds remaining. Bubbs up again, trying to get another 50, a triple commit from the Grandmasters defense, and it's going to work for him as 1 second's going to remain. Fishy's going to keep it up, but it's not going to stay up for much longer. And Charles, we have our first overtime of this series.
I'm kind of surprised this is the first overtime. Both these teams have been pretty much in a stalemate all of these games. And honestly, it depends on who can get to the net and who can apply the most pressure. And I think that's actually a trend that we're going to see here, as right now it is the Grandmasters who are applying pressure, but it could swing Venganza's way.
Yeah, very possible. As Bubbly Reaper, he gets the exterminator infield pass.
Oh!
And a huge shot bottom right. A big way to cap off this game 3.
A beautiful way to cap off game 3. Bottom right corner, exactly what you want. Just barely got it past Bubbs, and what a beautiful play.
Beautiful play indeed. But I mean, you gotta give it to Venganza. This is the first game they've lost, and it went all the way to overtime. As we see a little talking here in the chat, but what do you gotta see from Venganza here to bounce back?
I think we have to see they played an excellent game, but we have to see better defense from them, and I think that's exactly what we're gonna see going into this game number 4.
Yeah, that defense, the greatest at times, but the 2 of those 3 goals did come off of missed touches and desperation saves from Fishy, so you really got to look to hopefully clear those up a little bit. But now going into game 4, this is where the series could be tied. That's if Grandmasters win, or Venganza, they can push it to match point right here and go on a triple match point, Charles.
Yeah, the match point is looking possible for Venganza. They just need to play the same way that they did last match, but with a little bit more adjusting, as they did look like a great team, and we see it now as ledog's gonna put in the back of the net.
An early kickoff goal here for Venganza, as ledog able to get an open net off of the bump from Bubbs. And last game we saw the exterminator come out from Bubbly Reaper on the Grandmasters side. So you really got to look to Bubbly to do that once again and set up his team for those open clears and those open nets. But right now it looks like Bubbs is going to be the one clearing the way for his team.
Yeah, Bubbs is looking hot. Looking obviously for Bubbs and for Bubbly to put the team on their backs. And, so far it looks like neither of them have the direct advantage, but if you want to win, you have to let your star player play. That's exactly what I'm hoping to see as the series continues.
Yeah, but you cannot forget about those remaining 4 players on the pitch. No one person can carry their team to greatness in this Titan League, as all of these players very sound mechanically and, well, hopefully rotationally as well. As Fishy, he's going to get a big clear out to Bubbs. Bub, another huge 50. It's going to roll straight down. And Fishy is able to capitalize on it. And Venganza, they got a 2-0 lead in the first minute.
There goes the clears yet again. Just beautiful ball. And Fishy's going to put that any day of the week. What a beautiful goal.
And they really don't come much easier than that, or roll down right in front of the net and an open net to score on. But you got to look to Bubbs as he sets up that huge 50, a flat car 50. Goes right over the heads of pretty much everyone as Bubbs trying to get it by Bagels, but Bagels all the way down, but Bubbs able to come back and get that demo as the Grandmaster is a little slow on the transition. This time Bagels is going to pick up the pace, try to get it up in the air, but Bubbs able to shut it down on 2 players, almost 3 on Goff. But Goff able to beat out 1, throws it over to Bagels. Bagels trying to keep it close, but not close enough for Fishy to beat him. As the clear comes out for Venganza, ledog already up in the corner, not able to get the read. As Goff, a huge clear out, but Fishy able to throw it over to his teammate Bubbs, not able to connect, and Bagels is able to put it in the back of the net.
What a beautiful goal, and Fishy accidentally gives it right to Goff. Goff to Bagels, and another top corner shot. The shooting is looking good in this game, and I expect it to continue as the series progresses.
Yeah, Goff with the huge setup there as he was able to read that a little mistouch there. As Bagels tries to get it out, can't find the flip reset, but Bubbs is gonna take it off. I'm gonna 50 once again, but Goff able to get it on the right side this time. As Bagels trying to get it out, doesn't get much further than the midline. As Fishy throws it over to Bubbs, a big pop up going into the corner. These Grandmasters need to retreat back once again. Bubbs, another big pinch going off the backboard, could be dangerous. ledog is up. He's going to throw it over to his teammate Bubbs, who gets another crazy 50. But Goff able to get up before Fishy does and save it away. As Bubbly, Fishy, or 50's ledog. Bagels throwing it out. And Bubbly able to pick it up, a huge bump. Goff right there, not able to put it in, but Fishy, he's going to put it in for him.
I mean, great play, especially on that bump from Bubbly, and that's going to open it up. And, tie game here. It's looking like anybody's game.
A bit of an own goal there from Fishy as it's tied 2-2. Half of the game remaining as Bubbly comes off the ceiling, not able to get a flip. As Bubbs able to take it off him. Bagels trying to beat him, but nobody can. And ledog there once again, but gets 50 by Bagels. Bubbs throws it out mid, but Venganza electing to retreat back. Give Grandmasters a little bit of space. But then they come in once again. Bubbs in the midfield trying to throw it up for a teammate, but Goff able to shut it down early. Fishy, a big 50. It's going to roll up the corner. Fishy's there. Bubbly beats him to it, but Bubbs able to get the next touch. Shoots it on target. And a big bump there from Bubbly and an equally big one from Bubbs clearing out the net. But Fishy not able to get it much further than the midline once again. As the ball's gonna be taken right from him. Bubbly out middle, but none of his teammates ready for it. Bubbs up in the air trying to get it past 1, but he gets it past 2. Bubbly the last one back. Goff reads that pass. ledog able to save it away. And a minute now remaining here. Charles, both of these teams looks like to have some killer offense.
Yeah, the offense is looking good, and I think that's definitely going to be key for both teams, how well their offenses can perform. And we almost saw a goal trickle in for Grandmasters, and I think Grandmasters are looking like the better team. They do have 7 shots, and, I will say, this game could go to anybody, and if it were to go to anybody, I think Grandmasters might be the people to get it.
As another close call for Venganza, as it's able to be saved away as ledog keeping it close to him off the backboard. He beats out 1, but cannot beat out Bagels. As Bubbs gets it by 1, but that's just the story of this game, or this series so far. You can get it by 1, but usually not past 2. As ledog able to get a big save away. And Bubbly's going to throw it down, but none of the Venganza players able to connect, and none of the Grandmasters players able to connect. As Fishy, a dangerous shot on net, a triple commit in the net.
Ooh.
Grandmasters, they're going to be able to survive. And a little bit of a misread as Fishy, he's going to be forced to go. Bagels Not able to follow it, but Goff is. Interesting 50 is going to happen as Fishy is going to pop it up. It goes right to Bubbs, but Bubbly able to put it away from him. The ball yet to hit the ground. The dog rolls it up the wall. Bagels is there. Bubbs takes it away from him. Rotating the corner. We're right there for Fishy, but Fishy not able to get the shot on net. And once again, we go to another overtime, Charles.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that Grandmasters do look like the better team, but I don't know. Venganza starting to look a little hot here, and I expect this to continue into this overtime, and maybe, just maybe, they could clinch a series lead, or rather a series point as we are continuing this overtime here, and Venganza is looking hot.
Venganza looking to win this game and claim that match point. But right now they need to get past this Grandmasters defense. As Fishy able to get a huge clear out to ledog. ledog putting it down, but two people from Grandmasters commit once again. As Bubbs is going to throw it on target. Goff able to get up early. He's going to try and follow up, but Fishy able to cut it down. Bubbly is there, but Bubbs gets it over one, not able to tap it, and Goff able to get back just in time to throw it into the corner. Bagels trying to get it out, but right now Venganza, they're having some great offense and some great midfield pressure, Charles.
Yeah, and I think midfield pressure is the name of their game, as the clears have just been coming out and they have just been winning those 50s. I think the main person who is winning those 50s has to be Bubbs with his dominance, and he's looking really good. Definitely a standout player, but it doesn't take it away from Fishy and ledog, as they have been looking great as well. This whole Venganza team is looking excellent, but on the other side of the ball, things are looking good as well. As you know, it's still tied in this overtime, and a goal is definitely coming soon, as both these teams look dangerous.
Yeah, the goal from the Charles Foresight coming soon to theaters near you, but right now Grandmasters, they seem to have the possession. The ledog trying to get it out, not able to pass to, as Goff throws it off the backboard, but ledog able to clear it away before it even gets there. Goff off the sidewall, but Bubbs again able to get a big clear out, forcing these Grandmasters to return back and try and get something through this midfield. But right now Venganza, they're kind of locking it down as Bubbs, he needs to go up early. He gets a bit of a mistouch, but Bagels not able to capitalize off of it. Bubbs still a little awkward as he pops it up off the backboard. He's going to stick right behind it. Follow with it. Goff not able to get a touch, but Bagels is. Bagels sticking right behind ledog there. Throws it middle for Fishy. Fishy going up off the backboard, but Bubbly able to lock it down. Bubbs once again popping it up. Gets a flipper set. Beats one, beats two. Trying to get off. Goff able to save it away, but this could be enough. Bubbs a huge joint able to go in, and Venganza, they go to match point.
Bubbs is unstoppable. Oh my goodness, the double flip reset. And he doesn't get the goal there, but he sticks with it. And he's going to put Venganza at match point here. And, you know, I'm just kind of scared for the Grandmasters at this point. I mean, they've been at the back foot pretty much this whole series, but looks pretty desperate for them right about now.
Yeah, and desperate is the word that I would use personally, as immediately after that replay starts, Goff calling the timeout, already wanting to put it on the sheet, as Grandmasters, they look to ice out Venganza a little bit, specifically Bubbs, who's been getting some crazy 50s and some crazy shots. He's just unstoppable right now, is the way to put it.
Yeah, unstoppable indeed. And I will say, Grandmasters played a great game. It's kind of like whoever takes the overtime win, it doesn't take away from the other team. I mean, at this point, Grandmasters looking really good, but just they need to tighten up their defense a little bit. They're letting Venganza kind of get behind them a little bit. As you saw, Bubbs just putting on a great redirect from beside the net. But Grandmasters just need to tighten up that defense, win those midfield battles. That is huge. Especially get some good clears. That is what Venganza is known for. And if you can redirect it right back into their face, I'm sure they're not going to appreciate it that much. And they might start respecting you a little more on those 50s.
Yeah, and those 50s, they're just being dominated by Venganza, as you were saying. And for Grandmasters, what do Grandmasters need to change in order to come away with at least one or two more game wins?
I mean, I know what I want to see, bumps and demos, but I know that is probably not in their game plan right now. I know what is in their game plan. As I mentioned earlier, winning those midfield battles. And that is exactly what I expect to see. And maybe even starting off a little, they need to start off confident. They need to start off aggressive, really kind of scare that Venganza team. And, kind of start off like they did at the beginning of game one. They looked hot, they looked fresh, and they just need a good start and a good finish. That is all that matters as the players are joining up now, and I'm just ready for some more Nemesis playoff action. I don't know about you, Puggles.
Yeah, as we go in to game 5, ready would be an understatement. Been ready all day for this, as the game going quickly into the Grandmasters' favor. A huge early goal, first 6 seconds. Bubbly Reaper is going to capitalize.
That is a pinch of the ages. Bagels just putting it past everybody, and what a shot by Bubbly. If that was saved, I would have been so sad, as that pinch looked really, really good.
Yeah, as that pinch, it rolled just right for this Bubbly out in the midfield. And if you're a Grandmasters fan or player, this is really what you need here off the start, as Fishy trying to get it by 1, but not able to get much further than that. Is ledog not able to read it in the corner. Fishy throwing it off the sidewall. ledog and Bubbs both bumping into each other. Another double commit, but honestly, at this point, Venganza, they've been having one of those a game. So those yet to be capitalized upon by Grandmasters, as Fishy, he gets a big clear out, as it looks like the Venganza defense is a little discombobulated, bumping into each other, but their offense looks as dangerous as ever, as Bubbs trying to send it mid for ledog, but gets saved away quickly, as Goff not able to get by Bubbs, as Bubbly Reaper puts it on target. Another double commit as ledog throws it over to Bubbs. Bubbs off the backboard. He's going to look for the double, not able to connect. And Fishy, his teammate just died, but he has to take his time as the ball goes out mid, and another double commit as Bubbs is going to try and 50 Goff, but Goff gets it by 1, but Fishy able to beat out his brother and Bubbly. ledog, another big clear. This Venganza clear is really making this Grandmasters team play super far back. But honestly, if I'm Grandmasters right now, I'd rather be far back than far up, Charles.
Yeah, because it's looking dangerous on those counterattacks for Venganza, and that's another key to their arsenal. They are just such a dynamic team, and their play style is unlike any other play style I've ever seen. I know I'm just a novice player talking, but they're looking really good, and their play style, just being so dynamic, it really works out in their favor, because they can basically do whatever they want. They can turn on they can go at all cylinders, and we might start seeing that as they do have the match point, and maybe if I'm them, I'm looking to close it out without any more trouble.
Yeah, I think the sooner they close it out, the better, as ledog gets it out to Bubbs. Bubbs in a 1v1 against the post, but ledog still sticking around, and Venganza, they tie it up once again.
I mean, when are we going to stop seeing Bubbs just absolutely destroy Grandmasters with the 50s? I mean, I think I've just been seeing it all game. I don't know about you viewers, but I think Bubbs is definitely looking like he's going to win MVP of this series, and I wouldn't take it away from ledog and Fishy. They have played excellent as well. This whole Venganza organization is looking sharp. And, if they win this, they're definitely a dangerous team going into the semifinals.
Dangerous would be a bit of an understatement, as right now they seem to be in control of this series. Specifically Bubbs, as Bubbs, he gets another huge clear. These clears working out so well for Venganza. I've yet to see a reasonable attempt to stop these from Grandmasters, as they seem to just be letting them happen, but they don't start playing further back. Especially he gets a bump onto Goff. Bubbs, he's already there, but Goff able to recover in time. But ledog dunks 1. Bagels He's gonna throw it out to Fishy. Fishy looking for the double tap. He's gonna go up and get it, but Goff able to save it away. But Bubbs,
Oh!
top left on the midfield. Nobody was ready for it.
Talk about a dagger. Oh my. I think the defender actually gave up at that point. I mean, I would too. Top right corner. Are you kidding me, Bubbs? Are you kidding me? This guy has no chill, and he's definitely looking to put away Grandmasters and this game number 5.
As Grandmasters, they're looking to come right back as Bubbly Reaper. He's gonna find Bubbs sitting in net, a huge bump to open up the net here for Bagels.
Yeah, definitely a huge goal for Grandmasters. You know, we haven't talked about their offense as much as Venganza, but their offense is very stout. They can score when they want to, but obviously has not been enough as they are down 3-1 in the series, and, you know, hoping they can take this Game 5 victory, and they definitely need this if they want to continue down the path of winning.
As winning is going to be something they're going to need to do. They're going to have to win out this series to move on. As Goff started to look in this game, but Fishy demos Bagels all the way on the back end for Grandmasters. He's going to force Bubbly to come up sooner than he wanted to. As Bubbs, he's going to get a demo on Bagels, but right after Bagels gets the big clear. And Bubbly, he's already threatening some of these Venganza players that are sitting back. As Bagels in this corner with a shot on, not able to really put it all the way in. As Goff, he's gonna get absolutely dunked by ledog, and seems to rush back, cannot connect, and ledog is gonna put his team up with 30 seconds left.
Did we mention that Venganza is good at clearing the ball? Well, if we didn't, Venganza is good at clearing the ball, and that's exactly what we just saw. Top corner, the defender had no chance. Maybe like some sort of a chance, but it looked pretty good from Venganza's angle, and they are now up by 1 with 30 seconds left.
And we could have just witnessed the dagger into this Grandmaster.
Oh, no!
Not yet, as Bagels able to put a heater onto target.
Oh, no, a big mistake coming out from Bubbs. Gonna redirect that right into the right corner, and just an unfortunate redirect. You know, if I'm Grandmasters right now, I'm kind of, you know, catching my breath a little bit of stress, being relieved, but you're definitely gonna want to score now. I would not want to go into an overtime with these guys, and, you know, it's looking like Venganza might just win this entire series.
Yeah, but first they need to win this game, as Bubbly is gonna save the way the 2-second chance, as Fishy is gonna get under 1, but they're able to get this save. Grandmasters forcing the overtime, and this is the third one so far. Both overtimes going 1 for 1. And Charles, who do you have taking this third overtime here?
You know, I know my prediction said Grandmasters was going to win in 7, but you know what? I think with how Bubbs is performing and how his team is looking so good, I think it has to be Venganza to really take this one from Grandmasters. I know a lot of people might be disagreeing with me, but Venganza has looked like an excellent team, and, you know, I expect to see them win this series.
As they're going to have to win this overtime in order to win this series. Is Bubbly throwing it off the sidewall, and Bubbs able to read it early. Goff able to get it by Fishy, and he's going to look for a pinch here. It goes right out to ledog, but ledog not the greatest clear in the world, as Bagels going to put it on target. Bubbs able to save it away, but Fishy not able to clear it out for the Venganza defense. This is going to be dangerous. Goff putting it on target. Bubbs needs to rush back to net, but he's able to save it away for a second, as Bagels trying to threaten this corner, but nothing comes of it. As Bagels already up in the air, Bubbs able to beat it away, but Goff able to read that clear attempt. As Fishy is going to stick with the ball, he's going to try and get it out. Bubbly able to pop it over 1. ledog not able to get it by Bubbly. And Bubbs once again getting a big 50. He's going to stick with it up on the sidewall. He gets bumped off by this Grandmasters team. They're just pests to them, trying to keep themselves in the series, Charles.
Yeah, Grandmasters, you know, as we mentioned earlier, they've been on the back foot all series, but they need to start moving that offense. They need to start pushing Venganza back, making them panic a little bit, and that's not what we're seeing right now. Definitely some mid game adjusting. Definitely needs to happen.
Whew, as Bob's almost able to put it in there, but like you said, some mid-game adjusting. It will probably be needed for one of these teams to break through. Both of these defenses looking so good, but ledog able to pass
Oh,
the Fishy. This might just go in, but it goes off the post. Grandmasters able to stay alive for this much longer, and Bagels looking to counter attack, but not able to get it on target or get a very good center out of it. As Goff throwing it around, Bagels trying to beat out ledog, but Bubbly able to get there, but
oh
ledog,
no!
this might just go in. It goes off
No!
and that's gonna do it. That's gonna do it for this series as Venganza, they take it in 5.
And there it goes again. You know, that one goal or that one shot rather that looked like it was about to go in but didn't. They definitely got their revenge on that second shot, and definitely they pushed up a little bit too far with that third man the Grandmasters did, and that kind of what bit them. And you know, unfortunate loss for Grandmasters. And honestly, they played well, but I expected more from them. Especially, I expected more of just their whole roster, and I needed like one of them to step up in this game, which just didn't happen.
Yeah, looking at Grandmasters, they have all these big names of Bagels, Goff, and Bubbly Reaper, but it only looked like one of them really showed up, and that was Bubbly. So you really gotta feel for him and his team as they are gonna lose here in 5, just like all the other series, but this time a little bit more one-sided, Charles.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, but I will say that Titan League match was definitely more tame than the one we experienced last night. As you know, I did not expect Venganza to come out and perform as well as they did, but they definitely put Grandmasters in their place. But I will say, Grandmasters were with them every step of the way. They looked great, they played great. They just couldn't get it done this time.
Yeah, and unfortunate for them, but that is gonna do it for this game or this series. As the next series coming up, it's a novice league game here, Charles, and you might know these two teams of Frost and Gorgons. Should be pretty entertaining here.
No, very entertaining. As we have beaten both those teams, but I will say the harder challenge has to be Frost. As you know, if I were looking at a team I did not want to play against, it would be Frost. And you know, Gorgon's great team as well, but that Frost team is looking dangerous right now. I mean, you got Icarus, Saint, and Music on their team, all three great players, and you know, I look forward to watching that next series, and I think all of you viewers at home should as well.
And with that, we're gonna send it to a break. Don't be gone for too long, as this next series is coming up pretty soon.